Hello guys, going to talk about something a little bit different today. Still fishing related to a point, but something that's come to my attention due to my own health as well as seeing other people as well. There was a guy the other day, reportedly not 2 miles away from where I live. He nearly jumped off the bridge. He was talked down by people in the end, luckily enough. And as you can guess, it's quite hard. Obviously, being a bloke, I find it hard talking about certain things. My mental health and how certain changes in the last few years in my life have really played a big part on the downfall of my mental health and how I feel on a day-to-day basis. I used to be very active, plasterer, glazer, always worked in the building trade. Within the last 5 years, my body's been getting worse. Been told I've got a triple prolapse in the spine, as well as traits of fibromyalgia, IBS, a few other problems, which means one day I could be feeling okayish, next day I could be in pain, quite a bit, to the point of where I'm not working anymore because my day-to-days change so much in pain and everything else. And I used to be a match fisherman since I was 11. 10, 11, started going match fishing. Been fishing since I was about 4 or 5, going with my dad. And it was always a relief. Whenever I was waterside on the bank, my mind was clear. Nothing used to bother me whatsoever. I was in my own little paradise. Loved it. And yeah, the issues that I've had now has stopped me from doing match fishing. The last match fish I've done was probably about 5 years ago now. And after sitting there for about 4 or 5 hours on a pole, I just had to sit on the floor, lay on the floor in absolute agony for at least 20 minutes before I could do anything. It was horrible. Didn't want to do it ever again. It put me off of fishing for a while. But then, as I say, with me eventually not working anymore, my day-to-day getting worse, I've tried doing other things, nothing's picked me up, even nowadays, even today, tomorrow, the next day, yesterday, whatever. I sit there in such a low mood, I get up, it takes me half hour to get up in the morning, and I just don't want to do anything. I sit there moping about, cause problems at home, I've got 2 kids, causes arguments at home as well. Morale was really low with me. I'm always down, I'm always blue, and I'm not one to take antidepressants. I've tried them before and they didn't work for me. I'm not saying that you shouldn't take them, if the doctor prescribes them to you and they work for you, do what you got to do. But for me personally, I had a bad experience on some, and I've vowed never to go back on them. They just did not agree with me, and that's when my stomach problems started as well with them tablets, and I've had problems ever since. So, again, it puts me in a downer because when I get stomach problems, it hurts. My issues are minor. There's millions of blokes out there, women, whatever, that suffer worse than what I do. Just as you can see, I live in a nice little house. I do a little bit of YouTubing now. This is why I'm trying to get a channel going. I know I'm not the best at it. I'll get better, hopefully. Camera work will get a bit better. I've got a couple of I've got some lined up, which I'm not sure where I was going to make the videos for because they were blanking sessions. But yeah, well, why don't we show our fouls as well as we do our hitting our goals? So yeah, I'll probably get that one up and running when I get when I get the morale to get up and start making some videos. Again, that gets you down as well. Don't get in all the likes and the subscribes and everything else that hits you. So I'm not begging for them by all means, but if you want to hit the like button, if this has helped you in any way or it hits home in any way, then yeah, hit the like. Subscribe will always be nice, but again, it's not about that. It's not about that. Let's get back on the subject. So yeah, as I say, I've got 2 kids. My little boy, he's just about to turn 6, and as you can see, I'll put some pictures up here. He likes to go with me on little 24-hour sessions in the summer. I take him out in the winter, it's a little bit too cold, and being out 24 hours or more nowadays after October is a little bit too much for me, so I'll be doing more day sessions where I can, trying to hit a few rivers. As I say, I do need to get out of the house, especially with this COVID at the moment. COVID must be absolutely killing people. I don't mean in that sense, I mean in the sense of being wrapped up indoors all the time around their partners, around the kids, being in a tight shell all together. You know, I can imagine some families do implode. I get that. It's happened here a couple of times, you know. It's life. Everyone goes through it. So yeah, I can see where people are losing businesses and losing families, and people are dying through COVID or whatever. I've got my views on COVID, but I won't get into that. But yeah, I can see a lot of people going through a lot of crap at the moment, and some people, I know, won't want to get out of bed in the morning. So, what I'm here to say is, with me, is I find it hard to talk to people. I find it really hard to sit down with someone that I can trust and have a good heart-to-heart, have a cry if I need to, or rest my head on someone's shoulder and just say, look, I'm a mess. I find it hard. I really do. And that's where fishing comes into it. I've got a couple of really good friends that I go with every now and again that I can talk to. And when I'm in that environment, I feel that I can actually sit there and open up with someone. My head's 100% clear. 100% clear when I'm sitting on the bank. I don't give a damn about anything. Life in general, just, you know, I didn't care if there wouldn't be another person in the world when I'm on the bank. I'm there. I'm happy. I'm in nature. Wildlife around me. If you're doing a 24-hour session or more, you hear the wildlife at night time, the owls. It brings you back. It takes you right back to your roots. And as a 40-year-old man now, that's what I love, you know. I love being back into nature. I didn't like it as a kid. You know, I lived in Norfolk for a little while as a kid, and it was too quiet. It was nothing there. Didn't like it. But now that would be me. I mean, I live in Kent now. It's not the same. It's alright. It's semi-countryside here. You know, I'm only 5 minutes from the countryside. But it's not the same. It's not the same. Because where I was in Norfolk, nothing. Literally nothing. Fields. No people. I find that's a big problem with people as well. There's too much hate in the world. Everyone hates on each other. You know, we've got social media now, and I see it all the time, even on the fishing groups on Facebook and that. Everyone's ripping apart each other. It's unnecessary. It's uncalled for. We're all here for the same thing. You know, no one cares who's got the best equipment, whether you spend 1,500 quid on this or 500 quid on that, and someone else has only spent 50 quid or 100 quid. It's what people can afford. I'm on a budget. I get what I can for what I can afford. I try and save up a little bit and get nice stuff, you know, like my rods, for instance. Avid Tractions, not the best in the world, but I love them. They do me, they play fish really well. So, again, at the height of all this, you don't know what people are going through. So why? Why do people rip each other apart? Especially at a time like this. And it gets me down even more just seeing it. You know, all the hatred and people wanting to take the piss out of someone else because they might be holding a fish wrong. Okay, I get we fish care and that, but there's no need to rip them apart. Send them a private message and just say, look, here's a bit of advice on how to hold a fish properly. I'm sure not everyone's going to take offence to it, but no. But yeah, as I said before, I got back into carp fishing. I went through a really rough time myself. I nearly done something stupid last year, or a couple of years back now, whenever it was. I'm glad I didn't, glad I didn't. But they got me back into the fishing. It made me focus on something. It made me remember. After all the crap that I went through. When I was down, and then the missus just said to me, you know what, go fishing. Just go fishing for a weekend. And I did. The best thing I ever done. Best thing I ever done. Could say it saved my bloody life. Yeah, it is hard for me to sit here and tell you this. But instead of sitting there, talk to someone. If you can't talk to someone, get out and go fishing. Clear that bloody head of yours. Your kids will thank you for it. And if you need to talk to someone, message me. I'm always here. As I say, I find it hard to open up to people myself. Message me. I don't care. I'll sit there and have a chat with you. If you're local to me and get down to me, I'll gladly go away and have a 24-hour on the bank. I need to stop all this hatred in the world. We need to clear our heads. Life's too short. We're born, we work, we die. That's all it seems to be. For someone like me that doesn't have the money, I can't have the nice lifestyle some people have got, but I'm still better off than a lot of people out there. Not by a lot, by a little bit, but my kids are happy. That's the main thing, that's all that counts. Don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't. Just want people to understand that, if you are going through a rough patch, please try and talk to someone. Try. And as I say, if you can't, get out on the bank, clear that head of yours. Even if you blank, who cares? Get back to nature. That's what it's all about. Anyway, guys, enough of me rambling on. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. As I say, if it has helped anyone, hit the like button just so I know that it's helped someone. Or not so much helped, but it's hit home with someone that you relate to it. Yeah, just cheers, guys, and hope to see you on the bank. Tight lines, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.